3 of the NFL and the Cardinals hit the road, playing at Jacksonville, winless Jacksonville. Bob, this is an interesting game for the Cardinals from the standpoint of traveling, hitting the road, and trying to go 3-0.
Yeah, it is, but it shouldn't be. It should be a cakewalk. And if it doesn't end up being a victory for the Cardinals, you're not going to like what we have to write about that game. Look, we saw what happened last year. They went 2-0 and then lost 2 very winnable games, lose at home to Detroit. They know, believe me, they're talking about that every day in the locker room. And the players are totally mindful. And all they had to do, according to Kingsbury, was watch tape of Sunday's win over Minnesota, where they were really sloppy in the first half and finally figured it out and escaped with a 1-point win. They know what's at stake. And this is what you guys need to know out there in the world. 3-0 teams go to the playoffs 74% of the time since 1990 in the NFL. Cardinals, if you lose, it's on you. I just don't see how it's going to happen. I think they're going to win, and they'll win convincingly. But if they don't show up to play, we got problems.
Greg, a 3-0 Cardinals team certainly would be something to celebrate, but a 2-1 and a loss to the Jags, boy, oh boy.
I mean, it's the NFL, right? So we're either on cloud 9 or we're in the seventh ring of Dante's hell, right? Like it's the way it works. But why are we even discussing that, right? What we really need to be talking about is the specifics. What happened to the Cardinals pass rush last week? 1 week, Chandler Jones, 5 sacks. The next week, nothing. So I'm wondering, was that a scheme thing? Are teams figuring something out, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hand quickly? And then also, can Kyler Murray keep doing it at this level as teams start to game plan him a little bit? Kyler's been getting outside and throwing that thing down the field, and he looks incredible. And we've seen that before. So my question is, can it be sustainable? Can you do that over the long haul with one guy being quite that dynamic? Listen, if he does it, we're in the front seat of history. So I'm really looking forward to watching Kyler this weekend.
Bob, answer that question. I mean, about Kyler Murray. Can he continue at this pace?
Yeah, the scrambling plays, they've been doing a remarkable job of having success off of all of them. And they practice it. They rep it every day in practice, and they're perfecting it. And it's resulting in marvelous plays and positives out of negatives and broken down situations. Here's what I'm worried about, fellas, is will Jacksonville do what Bill Belichick did and do the mush rush where you kind of keep Murray in the pocket and prevent him from making those provocative plays on the run? You could tell a team to do that, but defensive players are mindful of sacks and they want to make money. And I don't know how much they're going to listen to their head coach if they have a sack of Kyler Murray. No, don't sack him.
Don't sack him. Don't sack him.
So, mush rush proved to be very difficult for Murray the times he's faced it. I don't think Jacksonville's going to do that, though. They'll probably try to throw everything at the kitchen sink. But we'll see how he responds. I'm not worried about Chandler Jones. He's going to get his sacks throughout the season.
Greg,
mush rush takes uncommon discipline to carry that off.
It goes everything against what a defensive player is taught in his mind and his body. Smell blood, go bite like a shark.
Bingo, right? And then but one thing that is in Arizona's favor this time around is different personnel at wide receivers. There are these speedy little dudes. Christian Kirk is really emerging as consistent. Rondale Moore, who if he keeps playing like this, I promise you he's my cousin. If he keeps playing like this, they're speedy little dudes who can get out and improvise with Murray. As Murray moves around, they can move around. Those big possession guys don't do that so well. You still need them, but they don't do that as well. I think that would help them out against the mush rush this time as opposed to this time last year.
Sure.
Bob, are you impressed with what Rondale Moore's been able to add to this team so quickly? I mean, leading the team in receiving yards?
Completely, yeah. But he's that kind of weapon, and we were promised that Kingsbury, I'm going to use this guy every way possible. And surprisingly, we haven't seen him run out of the backfield like we did in the preseason. I can't wait for that. That's an added extra element, taking direct snaps from time to time. Maybe watch him throw the ball once or twice. And this kid is dynamic in multitudes of ways. And, I love his confidence. Nothing's too big for the kid out there. And hopefully it just keeps trending forward for him.
I love talking to him after the game. We were all, the reporters were asking him questions, and somebody asked him something to the effect of, are you surprised at having this big of a role in the offense this early in your career? And the guy looked like he was about 15 years old, right? He's wearing a tracksuit. He's got on the backpack. He just looks like a young dude. And he just kind of like, listen, man, I'm just out here to do my job. And I thought to myself, now that's a guy I want catching a football for me. That dude, I like the kid.
I love that we might find out he's your cousin later, Greg. We'll
he's my cousin, man. You kidding me? Unless he drops the ball, in which case I've never heard of him.
All right, let's do it. Let's go to prediction time. Let's start with Bob. What's your prediction here? The Cards are 7.5-point favorites going into this game on Sunday.
I don't know if they can keep scoring 34 points every week, but they're going to do it this week. So I'm going to go 34-16. Kind of a sleepy score there, but that's,
Okay. All right. We hear you. Greg, your favorite part of the program?
What's the point spread?
Cardinals by 7.5.
All right. Cardinals 7.5 and Jacksonville 0.
Okay. All right. Bob.
That's why we're not having him do predictions ever again.
All right, guys, here we go.
My predictions is gambling advice. I'm rarely wrong, but this is not how to spend your money. That's on you.
Week 3 gets underway Sunday. All your coverage, Cardinals coverage here on azcentral.com.